And Google seems to be eyeing NVIDIA. NVIDIA, the GPU processing, the GPU manufacturer, graphical processing unit. Yes, and Google seems to be having different points of views as how to salvage, or not salvage, well, how to exploit the massive power of the GPU, which usually just sits there doing absolutely nothing because your CPU is eating up most of the work. Well, not eating up, we're putting the load on the CPU. So the GPU is just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. So Google apparently is eyeing that empty void of lack of work for the GPU and working very closely with NVIDIA, according to this article, to make the GPU work harder. And that means computers will be able to do much more. And computers and smaller computers like tablets, phones, things like that. So that's apparently their conclusion here. And then the second conclusion this article comes up with in terms of Google's eye on NVIDIA is that the NVIDIA Shield is basically, if you look at it from one point of view, it's an Android device and it's got a gamepad. I mean, seriously, you could have just bought a tablet and connected a gamepad with it, and it would be exactly the same thing, except now you have it attached like a Nintendo thingy. Wow, I just forgot the name of the Nintendo. Poo 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 poo. What is it? La 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 la. Nintendo. Game Boy. That was like that was way before. No. What's the new thing? Well, Nintendo 3DS. That's right. There we go. All right. So that's what that is, except it's Android. So that's the second thing that Google and NVIDIA are looking to be really close to each other for. And the third thing is apparently GPU's role in cloud photo processing, which apparently NVIDIA's GPU servers or GPU cloud servers will be more in demand. So three things that Google and NVIDIA are working closely together in to exploit the NVIDIA's sleeping GPU. Literally, it's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And if that can be exploited, Google can really come out ahead because seriously, that's one CPU that's sitting in so many different devices. Because if you think about it, it is a processing unit. It's like a whole bunch. It's a graphical processing unit, but in essence, it's a computer processing unit. It's a processor. You know, it processes information, processes tasks, it processes, and it just happens to be that it's focused on graphics. But seriously, it can do a lot more. So a lot of these devices out there could be maybe twice, 3 times as powerful, and if not that, then at least much more responsive. What do you think? Can we exploit the GPU? Can the sleeping GPU be woken up? And then we're going to be like, whoa, the same device that I had 4 years ago is like, well, I don't think they'll make it work on older devices though, because that will defeat the purpose of making money, right? So what do you think? Do you think that the GPU processing power, which currently is pretty much unexploited unless you are playing specifically a 3D intensive game or some game or something that uses the GPU's power. What do you think? Do you think the GPU's processing power could be utilized much more? And as Google is betting, they work closely with GPU manufacturers, they could literally change the face of mobile computing.